Welcome to Children Worship and Wonder. The Lord be with you. Let's get ready to hear the story by singing Be Still and Know. Be still and know that I am God. Be still and know that I am God. Be still and know that I am God. This is Jerusalem. So many important things happened in Jerusalem that we need a small piece of it to help us tell the story. Every year, the people of God go to Jerusalem to celebrate the Feast of Passover, to remember the time when God led his people through the water to freedom. Jesus and his friends and family went up every year to celebrate the Feast of Passover. One year, when Jesus went to Jerusalem, all the people were talking about him. Who is this man? Who is this Jesus? As Jesus was teaching in the temple, the chief priest and the elders came to ask him questions. They were trying to trick Jesus into saying something so he could be arrested. They kept questioning him. Then one of the teachers of the law came, and he asked Jesus, of all the commandments, of all the 10 best ways to live, which is the most important? And Jesus said, the Lord our God is one. And you should love him with all your heart, and with all your soul, and with all your mind, and with all your strength. And the second commandment is like it. You should love your neighbor as yourself. The teacher of the law said, you are right. Our God is one. And there is no commandment more important than to love God with all your heart and with all your mind and with all your soul and with all your strength, and also to love your neighbor as yourself. These are greater than any sacrifice or burnt offering. And Jesus said to the teacher, you are not far from the kingdom of God. From then on, no one dared to question Jesus' authority. I wonder how Jesus feels when the people of Jerusalem wonder who he is. I wonder how the people of Jerusalem feel when they listen to Jesus' teachings. I wonder how the crowd feels when they hear the priests and the scribes trying to trick Jesus with their questions. I wonder how the priests and elders feel as Jesus tells them what is the most important commandment. I wonder how they feel when Jesus says the second most important is to love your neighbor as yourself. I wonder why it's so hard for them to love Jesus. I wonder how Jesus feels about the priests and elders. And I wonder how people feel when they love God with all their heart and with all their soul and with all their mind and with all their strength. Now we will light the Christ candle to celebrate Jesus' light with us in the world. This story is about Jesus, so it's in the New Testament, and we're going to read it in the Gospel of Mark, in chapter 12. One of the teachers of the law came and heard the Sadducees arguing. He noticed that Jesus had given the Sadducees a good answer, so he asked him, "Which is the most important of all the commandments?" Jesus answered, "Here is the most important one. Moses said, 'Israel, listen to me. The Lord is our God. The Lord is one. Love the Lord your God with all your heart and with all your soul. Love him with all your mind and with all your strength.' And here is the second one. Love your neighbor as you love yourself. There is no commandment more important than these." "You have spoken well, teacher," the man replied. "You are right in saying that God is one. There is no other God but him. To love God with all your heart and mind and strength is very important. So is loving your neighbor as you love yourself. These things are more important than all burnt offerings and sacrifices." Jesus saw that the man had answered wisely. He said to him, "You are not far from God's kingdom." From then on, no one dared to ask Jesus any more questions. Now we will change to light, so that this light, which is in this one place at this one time, can be in all places at all times.